Before we start this video, thank you to the members of both of the channels. Before we talk, I am in the process of acquiring yet another Thomas & Friends prop. No guarantees, of course, as of this second, but within the next 2 days, I will have a confirmed answer for you guys if I'm about to own another prop.
Destroyed? Destroy?
Did you say destroy?
D word.
Like hurt?
Yeah, destroy.
I do want to gain a prop collection. I just want props that I want to keep for a lifetime and that are actually practical to keep. But anyways, into the video. Colin the Crane got cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, that, well, I did it on purpose, I
didn't do it, protested Ned. It wasn't me.
The purpose of this video is very simple: to give an update on Colin and to declare I was and will be the only person ever to have Colin the Crane in his original and intended condition.
Go to 399. Thomas & Friends TV series. And with Thomas & Friends, excuse me, screen matched Colin and Crane model with 5 faces and CGI tracker. 5,500's bid. 6 is bid. 6,500, yes? Are you good with 6,500? Oh. You have, okay, 7,500? Split, 7,250 on the floor. So is that on the floor? Yeah. Okay. So I have you at 7,250 here. 7,500. You're out online. Going to be 7,500 on the phones. Anyone else? I have 7,250 on the floor. Last chance to bid. 7,250 going once. 7,250 going twice. Fair and final last chance to bid beyond 7,250. 7,500 came in. 8,000's in. 8,500. I have 8,000 looking for 85. Going once. Going twice. Last chance to bid beyond $8,000. No more? That's it? One more? Any more? Okay. Thank you for bidding. Last chance to bid beyond $8,000. All in, all done? Sold for $8,000 online.
Now, if you choose not to listen to anything I say and watch the whole video for actual context and just run your mouth, well, that is your fault and not mine. Many fans who criticize those who buy Thomas props, such as the kid who bought Nelson, are just upset they will never own or even get close to a Thomas prop. Maybe you guys should spend less time on your keyboard and more time making money. But before we start, we are now over 9,000 subscribers. Sorry, Thomas fans, but no matter what I post or say, the channel keeps growing.
It's no good, Stuart. You can't win.
Poor old engine, he teased. It's no good, Stuart. You can't win.
Hey, by the way, thank you to my members. You guys are pretty cool. Colin's saga has come to an end, and on my channel is my official Colin the Crane playlist showing off his proper and original condition. So if you haven't seen my entire Colin the Crane prop saga, go and check out that playlist. Now let's get into it. So, a bit of backstory. We are going to be explaining everything, the entire truth in this video. So I bought Colin last year in the May 80th anniversary auction. I cleaned him up, gave him proper eye pupils, and kept him in his mint condition. We even made history by having a Thomas prop in my Thomas Wooden Railway layouts and in my Wooden Railway series. And he was featured in many other videos, such as my review on the 80th anniversary duck. And of course, we did a live unboxing on camera. Then on August 5th, I posted this video. I said goodbye to Colin and sent him to Los Angeles prop store that very day. So the last day I had held Colin's prop was August 5th of 2025. And I got him June 17th of when I posted the unboxing video. So from June 17th to August 5th, I pretty much did everything I wanted with Colin and then I shipped him off. Like I've said many times before, Thomas props are very cool, but they are not life and not every single prop is just one you're going to keep forever. So basically, I made the content of that I wanted to do with him, used him in my series, made layouts with him, had some fun with him, and then I basically got bored of him and shipped him off to be resold. Now, many people have said, why wouldn't you just keep the prop? Well, because simply I just didn't want to. If I'm going to have a prop collection, I want them to be very practical props to keep and easy ones to store. Because just being honest, trains are not the #1 priority in life. Now, many people have said, SP, what about the money you spent on Colin? The money you could lose by reselling Colin. Silly Thomas Tisms living on their keyboards.
You're broke! You're f***ing poor! You're broke! You're f***ing poor!
It's not really any of your guys' business, but I do have 2 jobs, my YouTube channel being my second side job that makes less money than my main job. But with my YouTube channel alone, the side second job, I made back every single penny I ever spent on Colin. Every single penny in less than 1 year. It's not even April yet, and I bought him last May. Not sure why this is hard for Thomas Tisms to comprehend, but paying for any prop was of zero concern. It makes sense though, they spend all of their time on their keyboards. Since July 27, 2023, we have racked up over 5 million views on YouTube. On top of my YouTube ad revenue, my second channel revenue, memberships, donations, etc., Colin also sold for $8,000. On top of that, I wrote Colin off on my taxes as a personal business expense. As a YouTube channel, making revenue is a personal business. You put out content and you get paid. Because I wrote Colin off on my taxes as an expense, I got an extra $2,400 back. I profited off of Colin in less than 1 year because of everything I just explained. And none of it is even my real and main job.
Nice.
I profited off of Colin through my YouTube channel revenue alone. The money I gained off of Colin through my taxes and through the auction is meaningless to me, essentially. I am going to spin around and spend it on more Thomas props. It's essentially house money. But thank you for being so concerned with my financial well-being. When your balls drop one day, you'll realize the total money I spent on Colin is not life-changing money. It's just not. Now you may be asking, well, why did you even buy Colin then? Well, the auction was in London time. Most props in the 80th auction had been sold by 6 in the morning. Over here in the USA, of course. I woke up around 7 a.m. and most props had already been sold off. I was going to buy Arthur or Elizabeth, but they were gone when I woke up. One of the only characters left was Colin. I loved Colin's Thomas Wooden Railway model, and of course he's a Destination Crane character, and so I chose him. He is a great choice for a prop, but he's also not the most practical prop I would want to keep for forever. Elizabeth would have been great. I for sure would have kept Elizabeth for forever if I just woke up sooner. But it is the large-scale Elizabeth, and I would have preferred the original Elizabeth model, of course. So that covers the money aspect of Colin and why I chose Colin specifically. It really wasn't anything complicated. Now into the current day of Colin. The last time I touched Colin, like I said, was August 5th. He arrived at Prop Store in Los Angeles around August 14th, the second week of the month. I shipped him by the United States Postal Service and not FedEx or UPS. I shipped Colin exactly how he came to me, wrapped in bubble wrap, covered in packing supplies, and safely secured in the wooden crate. I screwed the wooden crate back together and shipped him very easily off to Prop Store. I also made sure to put the right side up stickers all over Colin's box because tipping Colin upside down would break him. And so I took every precaution to make sure that didn't happen.
But I'm glad it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, sang Ned as he steamed back to work.
All was well until it wasn't. The driver applied the brakes and then it happened.
Destroyed? Destroyed?
Did you say destroy?
D word.
Like hurt?
Yeah, destroyed.
Look out!
Yeah.
Oh, that, well, I did it on purpose. You know, I...
But I'm glad it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, sang Ned as he steamed back to work.
For some dumb reason, Prop Store waited 2 months to even open the package containing Colin. He sat in some warehouse, I'm guessing some receiving center, for 2 months. They didn't even bother to open the package to check if he arrived safely and let me know. 2 months later, in October, I got a message saying Colin had been damaged. Somebody within the 2 months of Colin being shipped, stored, and moved around had turned his box upside down and broken the crane.
But I'm glad it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
But I did all I could. I will not take accountability for incompetent workers not handling a fragile package clearly labeled as such properly. It's unfortunate, but I am not sorry, and at the end of the day, at this point, I don't really care. And at this point, we could only laugh. Somebody straight up was tossing around Colin's box like it was nothing and broke him in the process.
Yeah.
Oh, that, well, I did it on purpose,
Prop Store asked me what I wanted to do, and of course I don't want some broken Thomas prop. Colin was no longer in the condition of that I had him in, and he is no longer original. They offered to ship Colin back to me, but I declined. But in order to even sell it, time would have to be taken to repair him, because you can't just sell him when he's shattered. Just shattered. So I said, let's repair him. This is why he was not sold in December, among many other reasons, of course. It was just smarter to sell him in the United States. So a crew tried to repair him, and this is what he looks like now. Half of him is a different color green. Black weathering was also sprayed all over him. His smokestack is a different color and is dented and is just not even the same. This is not the same prop. The faces are the same, but those are not one of a kind either. Duplicate Colin faces were made and were also sold off in the 80th auction. So I really didn't feel bad at all about not wanting Colin back, because really nothing left is original. If I kept the faces, it's not even the only faces of Colin made. If I kept the Colin prop, I mean, what am I gonna do with that? So I had no desire to have him shipped back to me. That is someone else's problem now, not mine.
But I'm glad it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I had not touched Colin's props since August 5th. I had moved on. And to whichever Thomas Tism won Colin, just know you are not getting the Colin seen in my videos and on my channel. It's actually quite funny. I was and am the last one to own this one-of-a-kind prop in its original intended condition. That is basically the end of the Colin saga. It was an ultimate W for the channel and a win overall. The channel keeps growing, and I got to make an entire playlist around a massive Thomas prop of that I owned. 99.9% of Thomas fans, if that will ever exist, will never be able to say that. Now again, many Thomas fans will take things from this video out of context and cry on their keyboards online, but again, none of that is my problem. I just laid out the complete truth. Everything happens for a reason though, so I guess Colin was really just meant to be shattered. But now, possibly onto the next Thomas prop I will own in just a few days. Stay tuned.